There's nothing more comforting than a bowl of noodle soup. All Asian cultures have their own version that can lay claim to being top of the noodle hierarchy. In this episode, we embark on a food quest around Melbourne to show you four of our favorite styles of noodles and where to get them. Beef pho is considered the national dish of Vietnam. It consists of a flavorful aromatic broth, rice noodles, meat, and topped with fresh herbs. Our go-to place in the CBD for pho is Mekhong in Swanston Street. This place is a Melbourne institution. It is a basic, no-frills, cheap and delicious eatery. We come here for a good bowl of pho and nothing else. It is said that Bill Clinton liked their pho so much he had two bowls. To eat pho, you first add the bean shoots, Thai basil, chilies, and a squeeze of lemon to the soup. You then prepare a dipping sauce with hoisin and chili sauce. This is for dipping the meat pieces. You can also add hoisin to the soup as well. A good pho is judged by the quality of its stock. It has to be crystal clear and hit you with a two-punch combination of rich meat flavor and spice and aromatics. All other components are standard. Absolutely glorious. Jackie agrees as well. Tonkotsu ramen is a type of ramen using pork bones as the soup base. The collagen in the pork bones dissolve into gelatin, producing a thick, silky broth. This type of ramen originated from the Fukuoka prefecture in Kyushu Island, Japan. Just like all things in Japanese culture, every component in a good bowl of ramen must be perfect. The broth must be rich, silky, and flavorful, but light enough that you can enjoy it to the last drop. The noodles, handmade and still chewy. The chasu, flavorful and melt in your mouth. And the ramen egg must have the perfect penetration of soy sauce and a jammy yolk. In this regard, Shujinko ticks all of the boxes. Shujinko provided much needed comfort during a tough withdrawal stage following our trip to Japan. The ambiance and the flavors really brings back memories. Lanzhou beef noodles were created by the Hui people from northwest China. It is comprised of the perfect trifecta of hand-pulled noodles, slow-cooked beef and broth, and spicy chili oil. It is gaining popularity in Melbourne, which is evident in the number of new restaurants specializing in this dish. Master Lanzhou in Elizabeth Street claims that their beef noodle soup is the closest you can get to those from the streets of Lanzhou, China. Not having traveled there ourselves, we think a good testament of authenticity is the numerous international students who frequent this place for a fix of flavors that remind them of home. Their noodles are house-made, have great texture, the beef is tender, and the broth is complex. According to their website, the broth is cooked for 3 to 4 hours, has 18 spices, and the chili oil is made with 4 different types of dried chilies. Thai boat noodle, as the name suggests, were originally served from boats that traverse the Thai canals. It is a strongly flavored soup with pork or beef, herbs and spices, and thickened with pig's blood. The flavor is very complex but well balanced. The richness from the meat and spices is balanced by the freshness from the herbs. There's a hint of sweetness as well. As for the noodles, you get a choice of rice or egg noodles. It's then topped off with some pork crackling. Jinda Thai is a family-owned and run restaurant that opened in 2013. Their family recipes are fantastic versions of Thai classics. So far, their boat noodles are the best we've had in Melbourne. The boat noodles are served with an assortment of condiments. You can add dried chilies for additional heat, pickled chilies for a bit of zing to contrast with the sweetness. There you have it, 4 very different but equally delicious bowls of slurpy goodness. We'd be hard pressed to pick one over the other, but thankfully, we have room in our hearts for all of them. How about you? Which one do you like best? Comment in the section below. Until the next food quest, happy eating!